Actually gonna pop the ability. Ooh, and look at the ability at work. Nice. Prelog just in case he goes for the gang. And the prelog hits the gang. That prelog was disgusting. We just read this man's entire soul. What is up, gamers? It's Turkey here, and today we're gonna be using the deck that the #1 player in the entire world is using. But before I talk about how good this deck is, I need to talk about the unfortunate state of the game. And you may or may not know what I'm about to say, but for those of you unaware, the new Goblin Stein card is taking over Ultimate Champion. And if you don't know what I mean, here's some of the data to support what I'm saying. The top 10 globally ranked players right now in Ultimate Champion, all 10 of their decks use the new Goblenstein card. If we go down 10 more ranks to ranks 11 through 20, 8 of those 10 players are using the new card. So out of the top 20 players in the entire globe, 18 out of 20 of them are using the new Goblenstein card. So all that you really need to know is this card is really good. And since this card was given to us for free by Supercell, all I gotta say is if you can't beat them, join them. There are so many good deck archetypes that synergize with this new card, but one of the best ones is bridge spam. Because you can just spam the bridge with like a Ram Rider or a Hog Rider or a Pekka and have the Goblin Stein in front to just destroy all of the troops, it is really difficult to defend. Which is why you can totally see how this deck is a meta deck. It has a cannon for the Goblin Stein card, and then it has a lightning for their building to counter your pushes. And we're going to be putting it to the test today for all of you to see and learn from. Because as we know, talk is cheap. So come along for the ride as we play with one of the best new decks in the entire meta. Okay, into our first match of the video here against Faraz Guz. I'm gonna go ahead and change my overlay here, make sure I have my cards showing. And yeah, the Goblenstein card, I think there's always a learning curve whenever a new card is released. Like a lot of times people don't know how to defend it, which is super valid. But the Goblenstein card in general is just kind of difficult to defend. He thinks I'm playing 2.6 probably with the cards that I played. We're going to do this just to be really, really pesky. I think I can get away with like a cheap defense. I'm actually going to cycle my cannon here. Beautiful. Easy defense here. Royal Delivery and Valkyrie doesn't necessarily tell me too much. Okay, we're going to go like this. I wasn't expecting him to have Hog Rider. Bang, bang. The Ram Rider actually does decently against the Hog Rider. Of course, you're supposed to play it way quicker than I just played it there. So he's running Hog, Firecracker, Tesla, Earthquake. So a pretty orthodox meta deck, a deck that I would consider to be traditionally good. So I'm excited to see how like our new age deck fares against his deck. We're not going to cycle our cannon as liberally, and we know that he has Hog Rider. We're going to see how this goes. We also have Lightning for the Teslas as the match goes on. So we're just going to see what he does here. I might just let this go. I'm going to have my log ready for like skeletons of some sort. Since we know he only has, well, I guess Earthquake and Delivery, we're going to go like this here. I was going to pop the monster ability, but it died too quickly. Alright, this Firecracker is going to do a pretty good job on defense. I'm going to try and get my King Tower activated over here. I messed it up a little bit, but I tried. Okay, we're going to go like this because we have the Firecracker supporting, and we're going to have Lightning ready for the Tesla. When it comes down, bang, 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 and just like that, he gets the King Tower activated, but at what cost? He's pretty much going to lose his entire tower, so pretty good push there, and he just gave up. Okay, alright, interesting first match. I mean, all it took was one push. I wasn't expecting that, so it's fine. We're going to hold that W, and we'll see you in the next match. Okay, enter our next game here. Kind of in an orthodox first game. Wasn't expecting him to just throw in the towel that easily, but I guess it goes to show how tired people are about playing against this card. Okay, looks like he's going to be running 2.6 here. No surprise. There are a lot of people that just in general run 2.6. Yeah, he goes for the fireball there. I think that was kind of an aggressive play, at least in single elixir. I don't know. I feel like whenever I play against a good 2.6 player, they won't be so liberal with the fireball in single elixir. Okay, we're going to go like this here. Only did that because he cycled his cannon. We're not going to get that much damage there, but we're gonna get a good charge onto the tower, so it's okay. We're going to have our cannon and cycle. All we need to do is cycle a log and or skeletons to get back to it. So let's go like this here, and then we're going to cannon low. Should be able to full counter the Hog, and we can just go for skeletons on the Musketeer. Oh, okay, so skeletons got one shot there, so our Musketeer got one shot, so the cannon died earlier than I thought it was going to. So unfortunate set of micro interactions, but net we're going to be okay. So another Hog Rider player. 2.6 I think is actually pretty decent in the meta. It's really interesting to see. Okay, we're going to actually go Goblenstein here. I wouldn't be surprised if he fireballed it, to be completely honest. I would be okay with that. It's almost like a bait. Like, I kind of want him to fireball this, but he's probably thinking of, like, saving it for the cannon. But no, he does go for the fireball. That is actually A-okay for me. Okay, fireball log. Okay, let's go ahead and go like this. And this is why this is okay, because we have lightning here. And the monster is going to tank long enough for us to get damage onto the tower, which is exactly what we want. Nice. So we get another Ram Rider charge, and we get the Ice Spirit. So, even though he got that fireball log on the tower, we were still able to defend no problem. Okay, let's go like this, and I'm actually going to preemptively evo skeletons. I feel like he's going to want a Hog Rider into this. Nah, he doesn't. He wisely doesn't, to be completely honest. So now that our cannon has been cycled, right, we were predicting the Hog Rider and we failed. The next best answer is to line up a defensive Ram Rider. Ram Rider does really, really well against the Hog Rider, so just be ready, have it hovered in case he decides to go in for it. Looks like he doesn't, which is... again, fine with me. I'm going to cycle log on the lane that already have a lot of damage. And I'm actually just going to take this lightning here. He's forgetting that I can just lightning his troops, and that's fine with me. Okay, we're going to go Ice Spear here because I don't want this to get on the tower. We're going to go for a low cannon here. And not panicking on defense. You know, panic is the enemy. You want to make sure that, you know, you keep a calm and cool head. He used his fireball, so now we can drop a Goblin Stein in the back without fear of him fireballing it. And set up, hopefully, a pretty big push here. Okay, he does that. We're going to go Ram Rider immediately and get ready to lightning a cannon. Okay, let's do it. He actually gave us value on the tower, so we didn't place it perfectly. And you can see he's struggling on defense, right? Even a 2.6 player is struggling to defend this. So easy play there and easy win, honestly. That 2.6 player played it very sloppily. You could tell he just didn't really know what he was doing. There's too much things that you want to fireball in this matchup. You can lightning the cannons and you can lightning the musketeers. So it's a really good matchup for you. We'll hold that dub and I'll see you in the next game. All right, up here against MT. And the Goblenstein card it's so good. Like, as a tank, I feel like it just warrants so much elixir on defense, and that's why you're seeing it in Pekka decks and bridge spam decks. Like, a Goblenstein Ram Rider push is, like, really annoying to stop. At least I think it is. He goes for the high cannon. I'm going to Firecracker like this, just to try and take it down. I don't think that cannon was, like, a good move. Okay, he goes Ram Rider. I mean, that's fine. We wanted to be, like, super aggressive here, right? We know he doesn't have a cannon in cycle, right? He doesn't. So we can go like this, and then like this. And without a cannon in cycle, he knows, right? What is he supposed to do? No cannon in cycle, we're going to get this, and we're going to get so much damage. His bats just got eviscerated. Wow, he's actually body blocking the Ram Rider. That's crazy. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but we didn't get as much damage as we wanted because the monster kind of got body blocked there. That was an interesting interaction. I think he's running the same deck as me. Oh, he's running Pekka. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, we need to be careful here, obviously. Whenever a Pekka comes down, right, you always got to be mindful of that interaction. I'm going to go for a Ram Rider kite here. I think it's an okay play. Ram Rider's so quick. Pekka shouldn't even get a hit on the Ram Rider. Okay, and Pekka doesn't get a swing, I don't think. Beautiful defense there. Whew. We're fine, we're good. So he's running Pekka. This is probably the second most common deck archetype that you're seeing the Ram Rider run with. Or sorry, the Goblenstein run with. So yeah, bro's a little salty for whatever reason. I don't know. He's not having a good time, but I'm having fun. I'm having fun with this deck. Yeah, we're gonna go Goblenstein here. I think in this situation right now, I really just want to get as much damage as possible onto the Pekka. So I'm going to do this as well just to be annoying. It's probably not the best play, but like it's going to force out some elixir from him, so it's all good. Nice, okay. I'm going to pre-cycle a cannon and try and get back to a second one because we're probably going to need it on defense here. I'm actually going to take this lightning and I want to get rid of the Doctor. The Doctor is kind of like one of the big threats. Oh no, that was a misclick. I didn't mean to go Firecracker, so I meant to go Evo Skeletons there. And I totally misclicked that. So that was my fault. That would have been a way easier defense if I didn't misclick, but we're going to be okay. Okay, let's go Skeletons high. I literally just placed, like, I sacrificed the Firecracker into the Pekka, which was, like I said, a misclick. But even with that misclick, we were able to defend. That just goes to show how strong this deck is, man. He's going to go for a King Tower activation here. Oh, he didn't. He just gave up. Okay. Unfortunately, Ram Rider went in front there, so that was, like, a mistake. But we're still going to get decent damage on the tower. Okay, no, we're not. All right, let's just reset here. Firecracker is so annoying for him to deal with. I'm going to lightning this every time. I mean, it's such a good lightning. Nice. Nice. Arrows come down. We're going to go cannon like way over here. We're going to pull over this Pekka. Beautiful. Yeah, you can see how strong the defense is. Like, I don't know what his big spell is yet. Like, I feel like we haven't seen it, but maybe he's running lightning. I don't really know. Okay, so whenever he does that, because our cycle is so fast, like, oh, it is poison. That's right. Yeah, lightning versus poison is not great for him. I'm going to cycle an Ice Spirit here, and as the match goes on, it's going to be really hard for him to beat us. We can pretty much just start spell cycling. I'm going to go like this. If he arrows this, he won't be able to arrows the Firecracker, and good luck on defense if that's the case. Ice Spirit like this. Yep. And you can see that Pekka is just getting destroyed. There's really nothing he could do in this situation. Yeah, go for a poison. His spell will poison arrows, and yeah, we're already back to another Ram Rider, so I'm going to get ready to pop the ability here, and this is going to be GG's, so you can see how strong this deck is. It wasn't close. The only time it got close is when I misclicked my Firecracker instead of the Evo Skeleton. So easy W against MT. We're going to hold it, and I'll see you in the next game. Alright, into our next match here against Oyasu 2.0. For those of you that don't know, Oyasu is like an amazing 2.6 Hog Rider player. I don't think this is like an Oyasu second account. I'm guessing it's someone who's like inspired by him. But we're going to go like this. Looks like he's running Goblin Barrel today, or like a bait deck of some sorts. Yeah. Good King Tower activation by him, but we're still going to get good chip onto the tower, so at the end of the day, I'm okay with this interaction. Plus, this deck does really good against most decks. Yeah, I had a feeling he was going to go Princess. I should have predicted it, but that's okay. Nice. So if this gets to the tower, I think I'm going to pop the ability like this, and you can see we're going to get good damage on the tower. The ability does so much damage. Okay, Bush comes down. I'm debating. I think I'm just going to take a little chip here and just go Skeletons. I know it'll get damage onto the tower, but it'll even out the damage that we've gotten on both lanes here. As long as we manage our cycle well, there's really no reason that we should lose this matchup. We have really good answers. They do usually have like a rocket cycle, but it doesn't really matter because Lightning does really well. And we have like a good lead already. He's just going to go for like a cannon probably. I'm going to Lightning just to catch it off guard. Catch him off guard. He's not going to be ready for it. Yeah, that's the main reason. You want to be careful doing that in single elixir because it'll put you at an elixir deficit. I'm going to do this in case he goes for Princess at the bridge. And now, even if he goes for a barrel, yeah, look, watch this play. We have Evo Skeletons, we have Log, and that was his big push, right? And it got full countered. And he has to spend so much on those Evo Skeletons. If I go Firecracker here, come on, snipe it, snipe it, snipe it. Ooh. Oh, I was hoping to get those Evo Skeletons on the tower, but it was a little bit of a pipe dream. Yeah, he calls good game. It definitely probably is good game. I don't want to waste my cannon. I'm going to let that go. And you can see all we did was make like one or two good decisions, and we were good. Like that defensive sequence, not panicking and logging right away. I'm fine going cannon here. To help out with the Dark Goblin, I guess I was too slow. And it clogs the lane for the Princess, so it's really not that big of a deal. I'm going to drop my Goblin Stein in the back here, just kind of to cycle to my Log. And then I can just play Skeletons over there. Evo Firecracker high. Ice Spirit low for this. And now my boy, he's going to have fun defending this for sure. At this point, I'm just going to take this Lightning onto the cannon. I don't need to play anything else. I can play other things, but I don't really need to. Alright, I'm going to go Skeletons here to preserve the HP of my cannon. And at this point, we're just one Log away, one Lightning away, like stuff like that. You know the deal. We're going to go Ice Spirit here in the worst position possible. That's totally what we meant to do. But yeah, at this point, this game's already over, so I'm just going to, show me closing out the game here. Goblenstein in front to block. This is what this deck does so well, is like, if you put the Goblenstein in front of things and then you pop the ability, it's really difficult for them to kill it. We're going to go like this, and then Firecracker in back in case he goes for the barrel. So really easy game, really well played to us. We're going to hold that W, and I'll see you in the next match. Alright, up here against this player, and so far I've had like no issues with this deck. I think it's really strong, especially at like mid-ladder, upper mid-ladder. Like people won't know how to defend it. They won't know how to defend the Ram Rider. They won't know how to defend the Goblin Stein. Dude, I always butcher that. Stein, like Frankenstein, Goblin Stein. Firecracker, one of the most annoying cards in the game. You can just drop the Firecracker at the back and then go in for like a push in front of it, and it's super annoying for them. I'm going to go Goblenstein like this because now the Firecracker is going to splash onto everything. Nice. He actually has to Lightning it, so that's super, super good for me because now my cannon gets a ton of value, so it's fine. And that Lightning didn't even hit the tower. He's probably running like some sort of mirror deck. I mean, who isn't running this deck, or who isn't running the Goblenstein monster? It's so good. So I'm just going to let that walk up a little bit. Cannon's going to clean it up, plus Skeletons, and then we're going to cycle an Ice Spirit. So he might even be running the same deck as me. No, he's not. I'm going to go in here only because he cycled that Phoenix. I don't want a lightning. Like, I think one of the main ways you could lose with this deck is being really aggressive and like overcommitting, especially in single. In double elixir, you can always be a little more liberal, but in single elixir, you want to be mindful of not overcommitting. So I think he might be running Electro Giant, the Tornado, the Goblin Brawler, the Lightning. It kind of feels like an E-Giant deck. I don't know for certain. I'm just going off of vibes. I will take this Lightning onto the tower. For those of you that don't know, that's one of the best ways to counter it, because without the monster, this card is nothing. Or sorry, without the Doctor, this card is nothing. Like, the monster just becomes like a brain dead troop. So I think that was a really good Lightning. Okay, so if it is E-Giant, defense will be kind of difficult. We want to rely on our really fast cycle to get multiple cannons down. And even a defensive Ram Rider is not a bad option, but you can see we're already off to an amazing start here. This Phoenix shouldn't get any damage onto the tower, so life is good. Yep, it is E-Giant, so I'm going to drop the Ram Rider, and then I'm going to place a cannon. The Ram Rider just to instantly apply pressure, which is nice. And we need to basically spread everything out as to not give him a good lightning. I'm going to go Firecracker early here. I think it'll catch him off guard a little bit. And you can see we're going to get back to another cannon really, really soon, which is exactly what we want. Goblin Stein far away. And now if he goes for the lightning, like, we're going to be okay, because look, we have another cannon, so that's exactly what we wanted. We're going to go Evo Skeletons high on the Doctor like this. We're going to see if he pops the ability, and he doesn't. So really, really easy defense there. Knowing he was going to lightning the cannon, that's the mistake a lot of people would make, is they're not, like, budgeting for the lightning. Let's go like this here. It's going to be so hard to keep this Ram Rider off of the tower with the ability, stalling everything out, and now we're well inside lightning range, but we don't even need it. So completely like dog walking this Electro Giant player, for lack of a better word. Just goes to show how strong this deck is. So I'm going to hold this W, and I'll see you in the next match. Alright, in our next matchup against this player, and yeah, I mean, in general, as someone who's a fan of Clash Royale, I say this often, but I'm a fan of a meta that is like very diverse. So if there's a new card that comes out and it's really strong and people are using it in all kind of decks, I think that's good. But what I'm not a fan of is when a new card drops and it's like it only really works in one deck. You know what I mean? Okay, he's using it in Mortar, so that's impressive. I'm gonna go like this. That was an outstanding lightning. Like really, really great value on that lightning. So I'm super happy with that interaction. Because he doesn't have a building in cycle, I'm gonna go for Ram Rider. Unless he has like a Skarmy or something, I think we're going to get damage, even with the gang. Okay, yeah, he spends a lot there. I'm just going to log this. We get a Ram Rider charge on the tower. So he's running a Mortar bait deck. Not surprising. I'm guessing instead of the Skeleton King, he put in the Goblin Stein monster. So we should be okay. Lightning does really well against the Mortar and the Evo Mortar. Usually Mortar players, they'll play the Mortar, and then they'll play some sort of tank in front, like a cannon cart. And so whatever he plays is just going to give us a ton of lightning value, which is nice. And then you can distract the Mortar in the middle with like skeletons or something like that. So I'm going to do this play here, hoping that I hit the Mortar. Okay, we don't hit the monster, but we do hit the Mortar, so that interaction is going to be fine for us. Okay. I'm going to go Ice Spirit here because he's going to play the Miner onto my Firecracker. Nice. And Firecracker goes down, but it's really not that big of a deal. So now I'm looking at him thinking what his hand is, right? Like, he has Goblin Gang, Bats, something. Maybe like a log. Oh, Spear Goblins, apparently. Okay, so I'm going to do this, right? I mean, we're going to try and perfectly predict the gang here, or something. He has to play a Swarm. Wow, he doesn't. He plays a Cannon Cart. Maybe he knew I was going to go for the Firecracker. I don't know, but look at how much damage we got on the tower, and we don't have to respond to that Cannon Cart. So, good job by us just keeping a level head. I mean, this Mortar player seems decent. I mean, they don't seem great, but I'm sure they kind of know what they're doing. Okay, I'm going to drop the Goblenstein monster. I'm actually going to split it so that way the Beast goes in the lane where he's more than likely going to play his Mortar. And I'm going to even try and like predict his Mortar. Yeah, okay, perfect. Let's go Ice Spirit here to distract. And then we're going to go Evo Skeletons on defense. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm actually going to pop the ability. Ooh, and look at the ability at work. Nice. Prelog just in case he goes for the gang. And the Prelog hits the gang. That Prelog was disgusting. We just read this man's entire soul. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. We're going to go Cannon like this, make it so he can't really go for a Mortar. And just like that, we just dismantled that guy. Oh my gosh, that is the power of this deck. Super nice sequence for us. He can't really go for a Mortar. We're just going to lightning on it if he does. Yeah, okay. Firecracker like this to help defend against the Mortar. Log over here. Ooh, Evo Bat's getting a little tricky with it, but not enough to take the tower. So, good game to this Mortar player. We just had one or two easy predictions that ended up, paying off at the end. So we're going to hold that W, and I'll see you in the next match. Alright, next match here against Ecstasy. And if you're watching me and you're watching the video, just know how much I appreciate you. You know, I've been trying to post a video every single day, and it's been fun. It's been fun to film this much content, and you know, sometimes I'm sure what I do can like feel repetitive, especially if you watch all of the videos. So I do things to try and keep it fresh, but it is difficult. So if you're here and you're watching and you enjoy the content, man, you have my heart. Let's go like this. Wow, he goes fireball arrows. I 100% do not agree. I'm going to go firecracker to the side just to DPS this down. I guess he really wanted to get rid of the dock, but like I just don't think that's that good of a play. Weird fisherman too. Just interesting. Nice. That's not... I don't think that activates King Tower. Nice. That's perfect. So no King Tower activation. He spent fireball arrows on the doctor. That was just all around an interesting play. Okay. Fisherman's going to get pulled to the cannon. So let's go like this. Goblenstein's going to slow everything down. Since the rage drops, we can go skeletons here. And this is going to be okay on defense by us. But what I'm more excited for is the counter push. All right. There's no limit or no maximum to the range of the ability. So let's go like this here. Nice. Bomber's going to walk into it, and it's going to chip down the tower a little bit, which is what we want. Nice. Easy 500 damage on the tower for only 2 elixirs, so that's super worth it in my opinion. I'm thinking about lightninging, but I'm going to firecracker instead. And then if I freeze the monster in place, nice. Okay, so he arrows. We're going to cannon over to the side here, and if he goes for like a goblin giant or something, we can just go for Evo skeletons. I'm going to log here because the cannon, unfortunately, is not pulling the doctor. Okay. I was debating playing something on that, but I didn't want to overextend. I mean, that was really good push by him. Some of those micro interactions went very well for him. One of the hardest pushes in the game to defend is what I'm going to do right here. We're going to see how he opts to defend this. Okay, he goes for a Pekka. Wow. Nice. We're going to get some really nice damage on the tower. The Ram Rider's getting body blocked, but that's okay. Nice. So we took almost his entire tower with that one push, which is disgusting. Okay, and that Pekka falls. We're going to go like this, expecting him to arrows. He's going to go for an Evo Goblin Giant here soon. I need to wait for the rage or something. Okay, arrows, that'll work. I'm going to go for a defensive Ram Rider. He's going to rage. He raged on the wrong side, so now the Evo Skeletons are going to run rampant. Beautiful. No, good knowledge of the spells in that situation and knowing not to panic. And now we're in a really, really good spot for the rest of the game. Once again, just going to go with this Goblin Stein monster here. And we're going to have lightning ready, depending on what he plays. I will pop the ability here just to try and get damage onto the tower and try and put it into like a lightning situation here. Set up a cannon. Lightning does... Okay, I'm going to take this lightning. I just want that dock down, and it's going to help DPS down the Pekka. I just realized he has triple spell, and he just used all 3. That's how you can tell bro's getting a little desperate here. Okay, let's go like this. And we're going to Skeletons High for the Fisherman, and we are not stressed at all. Really bad arrows. I mean, this guy, you can sense the desperation. He's going to play Pekka or a Bomber. We're going to go for a Firecracker, and this match is over. So GG's to this guy, but our deck is too good. So we're going to hold that W. Super easy, right? Like, bro barely touched my tower, and we'll see you in the next match. Okay, into our last match of the video against El Rey. I've actually been having a lot of fun with this deck, but, like, we can only show so much content. I mean, I try and... keep the videos under a certain length. Like, I try to keep them under 30 minutes, and I hope that they're informative in that time. Okay, I'm gonna just go like this. Looks like he's running some sort of fast cycle deck. If he goes cannon, I'll just let it go. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe Expo, maybe not. Lightning will come in handy. Could be Expo, could be Hog Rider, could be a lot of things. I'm just gonna cycle my Goblin Stein monster. If he has a fireball, there's a chance he'll play it. It looks like it's Hog EQ would be my guess, so I'm gonna be ready for that. Whenever you see Firecracker, just know that someone's probably going to drop a Hog Rider behind it. Beautiful, beautiful. And once that Firecracker shoots, we're going to go Skeletons here, and now we're in a really good spot. We got the King Tower activation, and we defended perfectly. Let's go like this here. Nice, really good ability, and I'm going to log as well just to keep my Doctor healthy. Nice. Okay, Doctor healthy-ish, and we get a little bit of damage on the tower. He gave me the well played. Was it sarcastic? Was it not? I don't know. So probably log delivery Earthquake would be my guess for the spells, or maybe just delivery... I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to cycle my Firecracker in the back here. He's probably thinking like, oh, I'm going to set up for like a King Tower activation right now. Like, that's fine. Nice. Even with that Earthquake was really bad. So watch what we're going to do here, right? He Earthquake, and now he's going to go for this, but how is he going to defend both sides? Yep. Look at the left side. Look at the left side. Look at the left side. That's what I was saying, bro. That's what I was saying. I knew as soon as he went for that Earthquake that he was going to eat a ton of damage. Like, he just overextended. because we already up Elixir and he went Hog EQ. And he didn't even get any damage on the tower minus the Earthquake. So that was what I was talking about. The mistake that I see a lot of people make with decks is being too aggressive with their offensive spells in single Elixir. And you saw it right there. So like you'll see a lot of times I will refrain from cannoning in single Elixir. Or sorry, lightning in like their buildings in single Elixir. I'm going to do this just to be annoying. I don't think it's that good of a play, but like I just kind of want to get under his skin. Sometimes the psychological damage is better than anything. Alright. I might lightning this. I think I'm just going to log and then go like skeletons high here, and it'll be a fine defense. He can't afford an Earthquake because he has to defend like all of that. Beautiful. Alright. Easy defense once more. I'm going to set up a Ram Rider in the back here. He's going to go for like a Hog Earthquake, surely. So we're going to go like this. I'm sure he's going to go for the Earthquake. We're going to go for our Skeletons here. Goblin Stein trying to get it down in front, but I think I failed, so that was my fault. I should have placed the monster on the right. That's okay. We have a lot of stuff coming, and he actually misplaced that Tesla. I'm going to take the Lightning here, and now we're only one Lightning away from taking this game, and that monster is going to do enough damage. And bro hasn't even really touched my tower, to be honest, so I'm having a great time, in case you're wondering. Yeah, I think bro just gave up. I mean, I would give up too if I was getting put on a poster like this. So another game, just another dominance, dude. People cannot defend Ram Rider Goblin Stein. They can't. You saw it all throughout this video. I'm going to hold that W, and I'll catch you in the outro. And that is going to do it for today's video. Here's the deck one more time in case you want to take a screenshot and try it yourself. I'll also put the link to this deck in the YouTube description, so you can just open it in the app just to make things easier. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Hopefully I demonstrated how strong this deck is, how strong the new card is, and just the things that you can do that people won't be ready for. And I really hope that I'm helping you become a better player, or at the very least doing my job to entertain you. So yeah, give it a try. Let me know what you think of the deck. And I hope to see you in another video real soon. Peace.